Welcome to 86, where the nights run long and the stories hit quick. From the back of the house to the front row mix, we talk real life, hospitality, unfiltered, because we on 86, baby. What's up? Good morning. It's your boy Chef Vern, and we here with another 86 episode, and a good one, I should say. How's everybody doing on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning? It is currently 8:03 in the morning, and I'm up doing my content thing, bringing y'all some 86 episodes. Because I know that I ain't dropped a solo episode in about 2 or 3 weeks. So it's time to get the solo episodes coming, Vern. So we here, we getting it done this morning. In this episode, first, before we go into that, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody having a beautiful Sunday. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. Because it's the last day, so make sure you get your rest. You be able to do what you gotta do, run your errands, wash your clothes, whatever you gotta do. Make sure you enjoy your Sunday. Now today I'm talking about why you can't turn your chef brain off. Specifically, why you can't turn your chef brain off when you go out to eat. Now me, I'm a chef, duh, but I'm a foodie at heart. And I love trying new places to eat. Wherever I live at, I love exploring new places, trying different cuisines. I just enjoy the whole, process of that. Like I just enjoy going out, scoping the restaurant out, doing my research, and making sure it's a good spot. And actually going to try their food. Some places I've been disappointed in, and some places I've been very, very pleased with. And you have some places where it's kind of in the middle, like it was all right. I might not come back, or this was good, whatever that case may be. Right now, segment one. The restaurant is judged even before the food comes out. Now, let me start my process right. So let's say I want like some Italian food, and I don't want to go to Maggiano's because Maggiano's is a very common, popular spot that everybody goes to. And I've had Maggiano's before, and no disrespect to Maggiano's, but that's not my favorite Italian food. Let's say you're going to somewhere like Olive Garden. Now, me, I'm not a fast food eater. I'm not really like a fast casual chain restaurant kind of eater either. I know that sounds bougie, like, oh, Vern, how you think you better than everybody? You think because you don't eat? No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. I've had those foods before in my younger, like 20s, and it just didn't do anything for me. Like if I want authentic Italian food, then I want to venture somewhere where they make authentic Italian food. Now I got this one story with Olive Garden, right? This was I was in college. This was probably my first or second time ever having Olive Garden. Go to Olive Garden. I'm with my girlfriend at the time, which is my ex-girlfriend now. Shout out to you, know who you are. Yeah, because you told me about Olive Garden that day was lit, but that's besides the point. So we pull up to Olive Garden, we get food. It's a cool vibe. Everybody in there is chilling. It's kind of busy. And I remember that I believe she got like chicken Alfredo to go or something. And they scooped the chicken Alfredo with like an ice cream scoop or like a measuring scoop. The ones you got to like click, like a water ice scoop. I can't think of the name for it. And they put the Alfredo sauce in a little side bowl with that scoop. And no lie, that scoop stayed perfectly formed the whole ride we got home. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, what's in this sauce that keeps it solidified to it's a half circle, a half sphere? Like, what's in this sauce? Then when you heat it up, like in a microwave, it doesn't really break down. It's just a hot bowl, a hot circle of sauce. And I was like, this is not appealing. Like, this is not attractive. This is not something that I want to eat. Like, I don't, and that just kind of turned me off of Olive Garden for forever. I'm not even going to lie, say a while, forever. So back to my point. So now I'm like, all right, I want to find something new. So I do my research. I hit up my computer, hit up Yelp, and I get to scrolling, find something. I find a couple restaurants I like. I start checking out their menu, seeing what they offering, seeing what they got, seeing what they talking about. Go through their food photos. That's the important one. You go through the food photos, the pictures that guests take, the pictures that the restaurant takes. You go through all of it. I kind of get a feel for it. So if I like that restaurant, I pull up. I set a date, whoever going with me, if it's my lady and my friends, we go up. As soon as I step foot into the knife, I'm going a little too fast. Pull up, I check out the outside ambiance. Is it decorated? What kind of area it's in? What's surrounding it? Is like its own standalone restaurant, or is it in a plaza with other restaurants, other businesses? And I'm just checking out the whole outside ambiance. Soon as I walk into the restaurant, I turn into a Terminator in a sense, like a robot. Like I'm analyzing everything, and it's not for me being judgmental, but I work in restaurants. I'm sorry, I work in restaurants. I work in hospitals now, but I worked in restaurants, clubs, hotels. You already know, coming from the environment, the standards that you set for yourself at your job, whether it's a restaurant, hotel, club, lounge, whatever, the standards you set, you want to upheld because the guest sees everything. If you can see it, the guest can see it. It's something that we were always told. So you want to uphold those standards. So when I go to a restaurant, I'm looking to see what level of standards they have. So I'm checking like walls, windows, under chairs, just floors. I'm not bending down and looking under chairs until maybe I have my own seat. And if I find if that's necessary, but I'm just glancing over these things. I walk in, I'm seeing how long I'm taking to be greeted. Is it a seat yourself kind of restaurant? Is it please wait to be seated? Are the servers or the hosts attentive? Are they nice? I'm checking out all of these things. And this is very, even though this sounds like a lot of information, this is very like split second, like very quick. As soon as you walk in, it's like beep, beep, beep. I'm looking, I'm checking. All right, I see this, I see that. Okay. I'm also checking, and I don't want to tell on nobody, front of the house, back of the house, I love y'all. We all one. But I'm checking the corners and the hiding spots, because usually every business kitchen has hiding spots where servers or back of the house like to go and chill, relax, take a smoke break or take a phone break. You don't smoke inside a restaurant, I hope not, but take a phone break, social media break, whatever the case may be. So I'm looking to see the flow, the vibe, the ambiance, how our staff moving, how our employees moving. Like, is there a sense of urgency going on? Like, what is the just the overall vibe of this place, of the restaurant? And I don't mean that I'm out going looking for mistakes. I'm not. It's just the chef brain, the way I've been trained, the way I've been conditioned, the way I've been in restaurants, and the standards that we have set. When I'm going somewhere to a place that may be unfamiliar I'm unfamiliar to their customs, but I'm familiar to what restaurant customs and standards are. I'm looking for those things. I'm just glancing to see if we share the same standards. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the chef brain, and you really can't turn the chef brain off. And like I was saying, I love, just to back up a little bit, I love trying new foods, trying new cuisines, trying new items, being a part of different experiences. But the chef brain is going to activate as soon as we walk into an establishment. Now that, we're seated, we're enjoying our food, or we're starting the process of ordering, I'm seeing how the servers treat us. I'm seeing how fast the servers are. I'm seeing if we have multiple servers come to our table to check on us, maybe to place our order, whatever that case may be. Sometimes you get a server and that server shifts ends within 20 or 30 minutes, so they have to convert you over to a new server. So I'm checking things like that, like schedule, and it's just the small stuff that I've noticed throughout my culinary career that definitely can affect a guest experience positively or negatively. And trust me, I'm still a food critic at heart. I'm still a food critic at heart. I want all these restaurants to be profitable, to succeed, to make money, to bring great guest experiences. I want all of that. It's not I'm hating. Why would I be hating on a restaurant? Like, I'm not hating. I just want them to be. I'm looking for a certain standard that is set. Like, is your floors clean? Your tables clean? Is your glasses clean? Is your silverware clean? Is your staff clean? Like, is your plates clean? Is your whole restaurant clean? Like, that is what I'm checking out. That is what I'm subconsciously looking for. Now, one thing that's going to bring me back is the food, obviously, and the creativity of the food. You can have good food, but is it something I've had before? You can have good shrimp and grits, but if I had shrimp and grits consistently every day before, or these places before, there was like, do I just come here for your shrimp and grits? Like, what makes you stand out is what I'm trying to say. Just because you have good shrimp and grits, maybe I prefer Jim and Bob's shrimp and grits, or maybe I prefer the Little Farmhouse's shrimp and grits. Man, the Little Farmhouse, that was a restaurant that I love. We'll get into the Little Farmhouse a little bit later, but what makes your restaurant stand out? That is also one thing that brings me back personally to restaurants. What makes your restaurant stand out? Do you have dishes that I've never seen before, flavor combinations that I've never thought of before? You have plate and presentations that I've never thought of before, I've never seen before. Does it wow me? Because me, as a chef and as a foodie, when I go somewhere to eat, right, and if the food is banging, like it's lit, it's bussing, and I'm telling people like, hey, yo, I had this place bussing. Usually, when I tell someone, me personally, that some place is good, is lit, is amazing, people go to those places. And one of my main phrases is, I don't have to lie about food. Like, you see me, I'm a big guy. I don't have to lie about food. I'm not going to lie about no food if it was good or okay. If that food was good, I'm going to tell you, you need to pull up today. You need to pull up and go eat because that food is busting. Like, I'm going to bring them customers, not intentionally, but I'm going to spread the word like, yo, your restaurant has amazing food. I may forget the name of your restaurant, but trust me, I will always remember the dish you had. I will always remember the dish you had. It's this place in Norcross, Georgia, called Dominic's Italian Food. By far, and I've had maybe 10 Italian spots since I've been in Georgia. By far, the top two best authentic Italian food that you can get. Top two. From the sauces to the pasta to the portions. They even have half or full size portions. A half portion, when I went, this was maybe a couple years ago. That was the last time I've been to Dominic's. I'm really not on that side of town anymore. But the last time I went to Dominic's, a half portion of, let's say, like it was like veal salt and boca, was like $8, and a half portion can feed at least 2 to 3 people. So for me, that's good for at least 2 meals, 2 to 3 meals, 2.5 meals. I can eat some, take it home, and still have enough food for later. So imagine what a full portion at $30 is going to be. You may have food for 2 or 3 days. Those are things that always draws me back to restaurant. Like, man, the food was good and the portions were plentiful, so I had enough food for this and that. And I've been to Italian restaurants where you get a little 4-ounce thing of pasta and maybe some sauce, and you like, man, this was, it had good flavor, but it wasn't worth the bang for my buck. Maybe this pasta dish was $35 and you only get 4 ounces of pasta and a slice of chicken breast. Like, it's not really worth it. And that's what, so also some of the things that I'm looking at when I'm going to restaurants, see what their value is, see what their value, so how they treat a value of $1, if that makes sense. Like, does my dollar go further here at this restaurant than it will go further here at this restaurant? And another example, sushi. Me, man, I love me some sushi. And one place you can go to get good sushi is a place called Sushi Bros. Sushi Bros is an all-you-can-eat sushi bar, but they definitely will charge you if you waste on sushi. Perfect. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Sushi Bros costs $25 to get into, and the sushi is very, very good. I went to a fine dining sushi establishment. I think it was called MF House or MF Japan House, something along those lines. And Sushi Bros, my bill is usually $60, $65, depending on, sushi leftover. Sometimes I can eat my eyes and not my stomach. And what other appetizers or drinks you may get. When I went to MF Japanese House, I believe that's what it's called, bill is $200, $225. They have like Wagyu nigiri, lobster tempura. So they have a higher quality and a higher price point of items and sushi and food that falls into that cuisine and category. But you're going to be hungry after you leave unless you're willing to spend $300, $400, or you want to just get heavier on entrees or apps. Like, you're going to be spending a lot of money here. And that is, factors that I weigh. Like, hey, I can go to Sushi Bros and, I can go to Sushi Bros and they may not have, Wagyu or lobster, but I can get shrimp tempura. That's a good wow, that's a good trade-off for what I'm looking for. It's still the same execution, a cheaper protein, but it's still delicious. So those are the things I'm looking for when I'm going out to eat. When I'm eating at these places that have similar restaurants, wow, similar cuisine, similar menus, similar items. Like, where do I get a lot of value for my buck? Segment 2. One of the things I hate as a chef, but appreciate as a guest, is open kitchens. Like, where you can see the kitchen, see how they're working, see how they're moving, see how they're flowing. The reason why I hate it as a chef is because, one, the guests are always watching. The guests are always watching. The guests are trying to figure out what's going on. So you have to be very attentive to details. You have to be very mindful about what you say, what you do, how you react, how your energy is, I already said how you say. You have to be mindful of those things because guests are, they can see you, they can hear you, and that can turn their experience maybe from positive to negative or from negative to positive. So you definitely have to be mindful of that. Now, I did kind of go into it, but on a guest point, for me, since I understand how kitchens flow, how long entrees take, how long appetizers take, how long something needs to cook, maybe you ordered a steak, a chicken, a fish, the chicken might take the longest because the steak is medium rare. So I'm watching those things like, all right, do they drop the proteins in proper orders? Do they give enough time for stations to all be caught up to sell the food at one time? And I'm watching everything, the flow, the communication, the chefs, the back of the house team. And I don't mean to, I'm not judging, but it's like, that is my natural environment. So when I get in there and I'm seeing them do their thing, I'm just locked in like, okay, they doing this, they doing that, they moving, they busy. All right, this is the chef, he has control of this. Or maybe it is a line cook is struggling. And I know it might be hard to see that, but you can, not going to say you, when I'm in that moment, I can definitely feel and definitely understand cues and understand how people are moving, if they're urgent or they're panicking. I'm watching all of that as a chef because I want to see how your restaurant operates. And this is the one thing, that's why I said you really can't turn the chef brain off because it's always working, especially when you're in your natural environment. So I'm watching all of that. Like, are they crashing out? Is somebody drowning? Like, how fast is the food coming out? And since I understand how long entrees usually take, from anywhere from 15 to 18, 20 minutes, once you get past that 23, 25 minutes, kind of like, okay, what's taking this entree so long? So I know like we order our food at 10:45. Okay, by 11:05, there should be some kind of, okay, we need to get this table out. This table's coming up now. And I'm watching everything. I'm watching if we have appetizers, what time the appetizers come out, if they come out fast, if we have children with us, what time our kids' food come out. And it's just like, it's just so amazing. It's so fun to see other kitchens in their natural environment, in their natural flow state, for lack of better words. It's amazing to see those things because when you're a chef, you only see what you do. Sometimes you only see what, how your kitchen operates. So to go see someone else's kitchen operate, sometimes you can take good feedback and good points that you see from what they're doing. Like, if they have a crazy ticket system that you're seeing that's very efficient, you may take that from them. You know what, I'm going to use that in my kitchen because I see that this is effective in their kitchen. So, borrowing is a part of the culinary industry. Everybody borrows from everybody. So don't feel bad if you see a good idea that you want to implement to your business, because that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. Now, segment 3, when the food finally comes out. So usually me, I'm never a same order kind of person. I don't go somewhere and let's say, a safe thing for me to get is like roasted chicken or something. I won't go somewhere and get a similar roasted chicken dish. Like, I won't go somewhere and get, a cheeseburger, and I get a cheeseburger every time because that's safe. I don't know if I'm gonna like this food. I'm not gonna go to a new restaurant. Yeah, and I want to say this clear. I'm not gonna go to a new restaurant and get the same food that I'm accustomed to eating every day or every time I go out. That's just a waste of money. That's the waste of an experience to me. It's the waste of an experience. Why would I go somewhere that's maybe a little bit higher profile than restaurants that I've been to, a little bit higher of an experience, more money? Why would I go somewhere and get the same thing? Down now it's like I'm comparing that thing to what I've had at these restaurants. Oh, this burger's not as good as this burger I had at Five Guys or Whataburger, or I had at Wayback Burgers, or I had at this restaurant. What's another restaurant? I think it's called Lazy Bones or Lazy Dogs. Like, this not the good burger I had at that. Like, are we really comparing cheeseburgers? Like, that doesn't, I don't understand that. To be honest, I don't understand that. I will go somewhere new and try what's unique to that place. Or if they say, hey, we get our fish flown in from Japan. Yeah, let me try some of that fish. Or hey, we get our chicken that's locally raised here and we do this kind of dish. Yeah, let me try some of that. Or we get this and that, or we get these local vegetables. Yeah, let's try some of that. Let's go with that. Like, I want to see what your restaurant is known for. I want to see what your restaurant has to offer. There was a restaurant that I used to not used to I haven't been to in a while, but that I love going to. It was called Southbound, and it was in the Chamblee Dunwoody area. And the first time I went to Southbound, had no idea what it was, but from the menus, it was more like a new American kind of fare, like new American food. So I'm like, hey, let's try it. I'm excited. Like, I want to see what this new American food is talking about. And this might sound crazy, but go to Southbound. They have this, I don't know if they have it anymore, but they had this homemade honey butter, like cornbread, and like actual scratch made cornbread. And this is some of the best cornbread I ever had in my life. And I was like, yo, like, this cornbread is amazing. And the other food was good, but I vividly remember that cornbread because that was the appetizer, the amuse bouche, which is like a starter kind of meal for us. And outside of that, I've been to Southbound within that time frame of that year probably 4 times the rest of that year. I've taken my family, I've taken people I love, and like, let's go here, and like, they got some good food, but they cornbread is fire. Like, and I've bring people in because, like I said, when I say something is good and something is lit, not most of the time, 99.99999% of the time, I'm not lying. And that's not me bragging, but I really appreciate food. I appreciate the creativity of food. I appreciate the combinations and the flavors of food. Like, I appreciate it all. So if you have something that's amazing, good, well executed, I'm going to tell the world about it. I'm going to tell the world about it. And I've been to plenty of restaurants throughout my years, plenty of restaurants as I've been in Georgia, plenty of restaurants as I've been in Philadelphia and traveled back and forth. Plenty of restaurants, and I can never ever turn the chef brain off. And it's good to see that each restaurant is different but the same. Each restaurant, it's like a football team. Yeah, we're going to pass the ball. Yeah, we're going to run the ball. Yeah, we're going to catch the ball. We're going to make tackles. We're going to sack the quarterback. But are we the best at sacking the quarterback? Are we the best at passing or running the ball? Are we the best at catching the ball? Are we the best at defense? Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, each restaurant is different, but each restaurant is the same. So it's definitely refreshing and great to see when I go to restaurants that's variously different from each other, that they all have the similar structure and they all follow similar code and enforcement. And it's good to take what you see, good and negatively, and apply it to your own restaurant and your own business, because we're all growing. We're all one hospitality industry. We should all take care of each other. We should all show love. That was a little bit of a tangent, on that last little bit of part. But I genuinely love food. Like, I genuinely love food. And I got a story for y'all. The reason why I don't eat fast food, shout out to Chef Vinci. It's my guy. Shout out to Chef. So this was back maybe 2021. I was, still a foodie, but I was indulging in like a little bit of fast food, maybe like a Checkers or Chick-fil-A, a Wendy's, it's just real cheap food. If I was low on cash, needed something to eat. So one day Josh tells me, hey, my job's having a meeting at like 6 in the morning. And since, my job is kind of on your side of town, when I finish on my meeting, I just pull up on you to, pull up on you to come chill. And everybody that knows me knows me that I usually have my phone dead most of the time. My phone is dead most of the time, like 52% of the time. So I'm asleep and I hear boom, 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 boom. Like, what's going on? Boom, 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 boom. So I get up and it's Josh. He like, man, I called you. I'm like, my bad, bro. My phone dead, sleepy voice and all that. So we chilling, kicking back, watching TV, playing the game. Just doing what you doing with chefs and guys do, talking about work. So he like, yo, man, I'm hungry. Like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A is right across the street. I'm like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. We go to Chick-fil-A. So we go to Chick-fil-A and I usually get like, I think I got 2 chicken, egg, and cheese biscuits, like a sausage and cheese biscuit, like an OJ or something like that. And I'm super hungry. So we get back to the house. It's maybe like 10 to 9, 10 o'clock. And we eat and we chilling. So about a half an hour go by. And I'm like, yo, my stomach is on fire, bro. Like, this thing, that nuts. He like, man, I don't know. Like, you ate kind of fast. I'm like, yeah, I was hungry, bro, but my stomach shouldn't feel like this. So he like, all right. So maybe 20 minutes after, he wound up going back home because, everything was chilling. We chilled after a while. The meet was over. So it was time for him to go back. He went back home. So I go to the bathroom. Like, yo, my stomach is hurt. So I'm just sitting on the bathroom trying to use the bathroom. And I just looked at the trash can. And something in my mind said, bro, grab the trash can. You about to throw up. And as soon as I grabbed the trash can, I start throwing up my life away. Just, all in the trash can. The trash can felt like it was 5 pounds after I finished throwing up. So I put the trash can down, and this gonna be crazy. I leaned back on the toilet and I was like, God, I will never eat fast food again if this got me feeling like this. Never ever. And say this and for the lack of I'm not gonna say for the lack of being honest, I passed out in the toilet for at least like 2 hours. And I woke up and I was like, man, I'm still sitting here. Felt a lot better though. And I was like, yeah, I can't eat fast food no more. And that was it. That was the draw on fast food. Like, I've never had fast food like after that. Like, I've never had fast food after that. Excuse me. Like, I don't think Buc-ee's is considered fast food because it's like a supermarket, gas station, mall, plaza thing, business. So I don't consider them fast food, but I know it's like a chain of them. So I've had Buc-ee's a few times. I've had Wawa a few times, but I don't consider those fast food places. But fast food, I had to say no from it. And they even branched on to like fast casual chain restaurants. And I'm not saying I'm better in these places, but like Applebee's, Chili's, Olive Garden, like Bojangles, like any of those chain restaurant fast food places, I can't do because they just turn my stomach all kinds of ways. And I tell everybody, if you want something like that and you're inviting me to go, I can guarantee you I will find a similar place, but a lot better quality. I hope that everybody enjoyed this episode. This is one of the longer solo episodes I made, but as you can see, like I'm real passionate about going out to eat. I'm real passionate about eating good food, and I'm real passionate about having a good experience when I go out to eat. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of 86. Make sure you tune in every week. New episodes dropping every week. Make sure you tune into the clips on YouTube, Instagram, social media, Facebook. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you follow on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts at. And make sure you leave a review. Tell your boy if you like this or not. Help your boy get through to the algorithm. Help your boy push the podcast further. And I appreciate every one of y'all that's been showing me love. I appreciate it. It's been your boy Chef Vern, man. We out. Peace.